kinda lost and find. Ended the game in overtime, drawing of a new design, drilling that one earth of mine. Looking to the outward, speaking roundabout words, absurd, blurred to the curb, walking along the verb.
In this world, if you can't swim, you found the drizzle.
Hey everybody, what is happening? Ish, and I am back with some Madden 17 Draft Champions gameplay. Apologize guys, I was not able to get into any of the playbooks. I've been flooded with work this week. I was able this morning here just to get this gameplay though, and so that's what we're going to work with. This is at least post-patch or post-whatever tuning update. As you see, I got my Cardinals jerseys. These things are glorious, man. I am loving them. There's not, doesn't appear to be a top opponent, but his name is Dr. Meat, so that should account for something at least. And so we'll see. And I'm working on all the passing stuff in my playbook, so I will focus on that. And I am in the San Diego Chargers playbook for this. One of my favorite playbooks early on, just because it's got two plays I love here. But let's see. But I'm working on D, working on zones. I used to play a lot of man, but let's see if we can get this zone lurk out here.
Let me tell you something about respect. What? Let me tell you something about respect. What? Let me tell you something about respect. Stupid! You're so stupid!
Man, it's like every time that I forget that, like, you got to pay attention to field goals, extra points and stuff, I hit a crossbar or something. Dude, it's like, it's mad, and I'm just garbage sometimes. It's typically, if I miss one, it's normally always the first one of the game, too, because it's like, I just take it for granted, I guess, still. And oh, dude, missing some wide open people. I guess that pressure getting to Gino. Rough start from my dude, 3rd and 23, and he just doing a draw. So, kind of like this guy, he's got kind of like a sim attitude. He's punting the ball even and all that. Definitely not one of the the Madden cheese type guys who will just who would have ended the game right here. So you're gonna try and tough this one out. We'll get this. I did get Freeman in my draft. I got Elway. I'm always gonna take a strong quarterback. I've got to have that. Most of the other guys are bums,
I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire.
And there's the mesh post. As you know, me and a few of the guys in the group will run that. That's just one of the best plays to run, especially if you don't have somebody who's out there going to use the deep middle. You can slow that one down definitely if you will use the deep mid. But again, this guy up here, he's on the line, and there's a lot of guys who, even when they're using in the middle, they do not catch that route in time. So as long as you're not hitting it over and over again, that one's really effective. And they've also got the single back doubles, tight doubles in this book, which has got the close cross. A couple plays out of there that I really like. And there is a easy drop we're going to have out there. And no, the game's not lagging, guys. Sorry, I should mention. I'm going to slow it down a couple points here, mainly just on that. I mean, I felt that, not in that play, but I felt like my user was really on point in this game. I had a real good feel for what Homeboy was trying to do, really interrupted a lot of his passing stuff. But once you get up in this game, like dude right there, I should have made a play on that, but I don't know, whatever. You know how it is. Once you get up in this game, you start wondering, like, yo, is there some equalizer? Is there something in there to where it's like, they're going to try and help this guy out? And it's one of those things that have been debated forever, so I don't really know, but we're going to get into, how's it working after the update as far as that goes. And I will touch on this running, okay? I don't, like I said, I don't run a lot, and I scream by Homeboy. I don't run a lot, but my bro, Cephalon, did play a game here, and I had seen he had, with Ricky Williams in his 4-minute quarters, he had 25 broken tackles. So, that just tells me that there is still something really wrong with the running game, dude. Like, running backs are just the most badass players on the field. Now we're going to come out here, lurk this one, jump up, both hands on it. His guy doesn't do anything, and we drop it. Like, he didn't even touch. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what is going on with this? Everyone gets near you, you drop stuff, right? But, yeah, he's bummed. He should be. He got screwed by the EHEs. I don't know, like I said. It might just be the mechanics of the game. Might be equalizer. I have no idea at that point. He can come out, going to make a good play out there, and then actually a good pass lead on that also. So at least it shows he does have some Madden competencies here. And he's got a great call on the screen. I was on the wrong side of the field for that one completely. So good job there. I mean, really. Should have been a pick six earlier, but that's how that's how the game's gonna treat you sometimes, right? So that's okay. We'll come out. I got my close cross out here. Very simple. Remember this one? We just take put him on an out, block the running back, and this is what we're gonna get.
Hey, something burning? Oh wait, it's you because you just got burned.
And, that play will work cover 2, cover 3. That is really my cover 2 beater. I love that play against cover 2. You just do an up bullet once he splits him, so that way he doesn't carry to the right. But in cover 3, you can catch it underneath. You have to pass lead that one, but you have to catch it underneath the safeties. But all in all, it's the one thing it's missing out of the Browns book as I'm working on that I really love, because I just love to have, because again, that plays pretty effective. Dude's going to come out, try and get some run game going, going to go out there, meet him. He's going to drive us back a couple yards. Jonathan Stewart definitely is a load here. If he would have taken a little bit more advantage of that, you come out there, we're going to hit him, he'll spin off that, and then he'll break that tackle, and, whatever. And it wouldn't be one of my videos if there wasn't a controller batteries are low little sign on it, but that's okay. First 10, and then we're going to go. Got to play action, but you got to throw that out of bounds. We've kind of got a lot of Cardinals out there on that one receiver. Some of those you got to watch. They do like a max protect, man, but I still got players out there on them, so it's not a one-on-one situation. And it's flying there, and oh, man, I can't complain about dropping, because it got knocked in my hands, but the computer, in a solo would have intercepted that one on. That goes, right? You're going to throw down. Again, I'm all over that. I got out there almost before dude gets out there. We swat that one away a little bit. I wasn't going for the swat, but that's the animation I got. But that's okay. I was kind of not in a great position. I needed to be a little bit more under and right to get that one. But so no complaint on that one. And then we got this one, another one out of that single tights. And I see him getting wide open on that. Had I waited on the X one, would have again been open for a big play, maybe even a touchdown also. And when I saw that on that one, I started thinking, and that's the sort of play that really I should be rolling out to the right. And there, what happened was I accidentally tapped the button. I didn't want to throw a lob, but I kind of lobbed that, and then throw that way early. I saw pressure, and that was that just sucked. But we're gonna come back. That's all right. We on third we do. So I will say that in the passing game, though, not the interception game, but in the passing game, as Freeman gets ridden. Like, I don't know what's going on with Nitschke there. He's humping me on the ground and all that. But in the passing game, I'll say that I noticed my guys do seem to be holding on a little better in the catch and traffic, as you see in here. I did take a few hits after catching the ball. But here we go. Going to break on this one. Turn back on this. Cut in front. Jump in front of them. And yeah, I know it's kind of tough to see because we got the dark jerseys out there. But again, I'm ahead of those guys. I jump. I got both hands on it. And that ball is going to hit the ground again. But 28-7, is that something to do with it? I don't know. Again, I've dropped more interception in this game than in many others. I mean, you're not going to catch them all. That's just a given, okay? And sometimes you're not in great position. But those are picks I normally make. It's just an odd thing, again, that it's not, I don't think that's a tuning issue, really, as much as it could have been the fact that I was up by a couple touchdowns, honestly. It's kind of what it is. Getting back to Freeman, again, he's 3 for 23 on that one. I'm not a big runner. I want to give him there, and hey, even he should drive for a yard or two. But I will say, like, when I had, I was making a couple moves and cuts, that guy seems pretty quick, the way he moves and all that. That Freeman card, I really do like that. I would, hopefully, I'll pick that one up in the Friday nights, but I'm only playing like every other Friday night. And I had screwed up already and jumped a bunch of badges into a set thinking I had 5, and I had 4, man. It's like, the dumb move. So I don't know if those reappear, guys. I'm assuming I lost the badges by doing that. And, oh, man, here we go, bro. Look at that, one-handed, and I take a hit. So, I mean, that would not have been a catch before the tuning, more likely, right? So maybe right in there it is showing up. I don't want to sit here and just dog everything and act like the whole totally broken in there. If I'm seeing, I'm just going to try and be honest with at least what I see in this. So while at least the catching seems a bit better, I still think the running needs to be tweaked, again, because I feel that the people with the ball carriers shouldn't be shedding 4 or 5 tackles. Even receivers do once you get momentum on them, and it's just not, I don't know if that's really good for the game to be that way, in a sense. You break some tackles here and there, but maybe 1 or 2 more tuning updates and they'll get that right. Here we go again. I'm in spot, and I'm not getting the animation. Look at that. I mean, you see when the Y holds up there, guys? That basically the Y shows up when I hit the Y. It's not calling for it. It's me holding the Y button down. But when I did, instead of jumping up in the air, my guy kind of went back, did some weird thing like he didn't know what he was even doing. And that's one thing that people have been noticing a lot also is when you're in a spot, you're not getting the animation. He was a little behind me, but honestly, that's a pick I've made many times in that same spot there, trailing. You would jump up and pick that. At worst case, you knock it down. But again, that's just what I'm seeing. And right there, he makes a great play. Totally my fault on that one. I actually stopped following the tight end, thinking that once I went out there, he wouldn't throw it. But yeah, he went for it anyway. 4th down, what it is. And he's still playing. He's still trying to score. So I was like, well, I'm going to try and keep the ball moving out here. I want to keep the clock going also, though. You know what I mean? I don't want to be dragging that out trying to score. But at the same time, I'm, gonna keep pressing as long as the opponent is. And we'll get one more, and that'll be that, guys. Thanks for checking it out.